Hi everyone and welcome. This is Tim. This is your weekly angel oracle card reading for the week of Monday, December 1st through Sunday, December 7th. And here we are at the very tail end of our year in December. This year has just flown by. So I hope you're ready for 2015 because it's going to be here before we know it. And I'm going to give you a little insight into what I feel 2015 is going to be about. I feel that it's going to be more about our personal power and focusing on what we need versus what we want. So it's going to be interesting to see how that energy plays into next year. But it's going to be about personal power, really watching our finances and making sure that what comes in and what goes out, that there's that even keel there, that we are really watching, how much we're spending, where our money is going, if we're giving our personal power away to others. So that's kind of what I've been guided, what my guides have been telling me. So without further ado, let's talk about what's going on for this week. And I do have to apologize for the video for last week. I had a couple of you tell me that the camera was too far away, so I'm going to try and do that a little bit closer and when I have time, because this is very time consuming to do these videos and to throw those graphics up. It literally takes me 2 hours to do a video when I'm doing graphics. So when I have time, I try to do them, but please forgive me if I don't. But this week, we're going to be working with the Archangel Raphael, and that's his healing card deck. And since we're working with healing energy here, I thought we'd throw in a couple of the self-care cards by Cheryl Richardson. So I have the decks here. I've already pre-shuffled and prayed, but I'm just asking right now, what do we need to know for our highest good for this week? And I'm really being guided that this is going to be about, for some of you, it may be relationships and the energy from last week with Thanksgiving and what transpired during that time frame. But this is going to be for this, I feel not only for this week, but for this whole month, this is going to be about keeping your thoughts positive and really focusing on a positive outcome, because I'm seeing the sun. So it's telling me that everything's going to be fine, but that we need to, in some circumstances, to kind of step back and look at things from a different angle in order for that to occur. So for this week here, this is going to be the first card that we're going to be coming up with, is interesting, change positions. So we'll take a look at that one. And for the middle part of the week is inner authority. And that fell out, so I need to see what that one is. And fresh air. So let's take a look at these here. So the change positions, it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for leading me to the best healer for this situation. Amen. So when I'm seeing this card here, and this is really all about, for some of you that may be going through some type of an actual physical ailment, that I'm hearing second diagnosis with this, so don't necessarily go by what the doctor is actually telling you, especially if you feel that that's not correct, that you don't honestly feel that that is what is going on. Get a second opinion, because that really does lead into this middle card here, which is the inner authority. So, with this changing positions, I've stated this before. I know what's going on with my body. I know when I have an actual infection or if I have a virus, because those two can be very similar in some circumstances. But I know when I've got a virus, and I know when I actually have an infection. And I know I've gone to my own doctor, and my doctor has told me, well, you have a virus. It's like, no, I have an infection. So this is where the inner authority comes into play here. And this says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for supporting me as I take back my power and listen to my intuition, desires, and feelings. So this really is about you needing to focus more on the actual situation rather than having somebody else doctor it up, so to speak. Hence the physician aspect of it. Because we may be relying on other individuals to fix us, or we may actually be expecting individuals to take care of the situation, where this is actually telling us that we need to be using our own authoritative power to be able to do that. And to listen to your gut instincts. Now, fresh air here, this is saying, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me breathe easier in all ways. So, this may actually be getting more, literally, fresh air. So, if you are in an environment where it is very musty or smoky, because I'm seeing a lot of smoke, I'm seeing a lot of haze and smoke. So this is telling me to make sure that you step away from that. Because if we are having some physical challenges, as we get into November and December and January, and I know I've got a lot of viewers from all over the world, but where I am here in the Midwest, we're just now getting into winter. And I am personally seeing a lot of people come into my office with my day job where they're coming in with colds and flu. And, I have to personally tell them, thank you, but I'm not shaking hands with you because I need to honor that aspect for myself because I can't get sick because if I get sick, I'm not good for anybody else. So I got to take care of my own self. And that's where the fresh air is. If you're around a sick environment, get out of that. Go take a walk. Do some deep breathing and meditative work is what this card also means too. Now, I want to look at these two cards together with the inner authority and the fresh air. Again, because what I'm getting a hit with these two cards that this is about you doing more breath work and meditative work so that your guides and your angels can actually speak through and to you to give you that inner authoritative power that you're needing. They want you to listen more to them as we go throughout this week, okay? Now, as we do with this deck here, this is just some supportive material. I really like this deck, although it's kind of a little awkward to work with because, it's got the beautiful self-love here on the front. Now I'm going to turn this deck, but this is not the meaning for that. But see, there's also words on the back for each one of these. So I can't cheat. So I'm not going to look at the card deck, but I'm going to just focus on with all of this with changing the positions and the authoritative energy that we've got here. And what other information do you want us to know? Even meditation and fresh air. What else would be supportive for us to know? And I'm just going to kind of look past and just randomly select this one here, which is blessings. And this one right here. And action. Interesting, whenever I work with this deck, I swear I get this card so many times. So let's look at the blessings. As we change positions and we take back our own power and we stop, I won't say trusting is not necessarily the right word in this aspect, but if we trust our own instincts versus what someone else is telling us, this is where the blessing comes into play. So it says, count your blessings. A grateful heart attracts more joy, love, and prosperity. So in the midst of everything that's going on, especially if unfortunately you are going through some type of physical ailment or spiritual or mental or emotional ailment, so to speak, count your blessings. I work with unemployed people. That's what my day job is. And it's interesting because I see two groups of individuals. I see those that are just focused on the fact that they've lost their jobs. And that's the only thing that they focus on. And then I see another group of individuals who also are going through all of that, but they're happy. And they're joyful because they know that, I lost my job, but I could be in a hospital somewhere right now getting my leg amputated. Or fighting for my life. There's always something that can be worse, And And that's difficult to do in tough situations. But if we can focus on the blessing aspect of the silver lining, it helps us get through it all. And this here is the action card, and this says take action. The journey to find your lost begins with one step, okay? So again, the journey to find your lost self begins with one step. So as these messages relay with this, it's finding, just taking that one little small step will help us to kind of get out of our current circumstances and move more into a positive environment, okay? I'm seeing the Six of Swords as I'm talking about this. So for those of you that aren't quite sure what that is, that's actually a boat moving the individual into calmer waters. So this kind of is that energy with this too. Blessings, everyone. Thank you so much for watching week after week. And I hope that this resonates with you. I am currently now booking for December phone readings. So if you have a desire to have a reading, feel free to, at the end of this video, you'll see my contact information and my website. And I hope to talk to you real soon. And I'll see you next week. Bye.